If everyone wants to take their seats, we'll be starting soon. So. Good evening, everyone. Guests, filmmakers, directors, critics. Welcome to Earth Stories Film Festival 2026. Thank you all for being here tonight. Whether you've joined us in person or if you're watching on our live stream, your presence means the world to us. This evening, we will be celebrating the winning films from each category of this year's festival, and you'll have a chance to play a starring role too. We'll be delighted to have you vote for your favourite film at the end of the event as the audience award. When we closed last year's ceremony, we said that creativity is a catalyst for change, but without an audience, that change cannot happen. By being here tonight, you are part of our mission to share the stories of young filmmakers from around the world as they voice their concerns about the climate crisis. Robert Swan, a British polar explorer and environmentalist, said, "The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it." I find this statement resonates as in a world full of complexities, many people feel powerless. But rather than remaining passive, these filmmakers use creativity to inspire action. Before we begin, I want to recognise the incredible team behind this festival. It hasn't been created by a handful of people. It's been created by an extraordinary community of students, staff, professionals who have all poured creativity, late nights, and a lot of heart into making tonight possible. I would also like to say a big thank you to Stoke Film Theatre for allowing us to use their projector, as without them, this definitely wouldn't be happening. And to show that appreciation, we are hoping to raise money for a new projector for them, which the Just Giving page is on our Linktree if anyone would like to donate anything. Earth Stories exists to give young people a platform to share the various realities that climate change creates, to turn experience into story and story into action. In 2022, Alia Gibbings Gardner, Emily Stevenson, Charlie Beale, and James McAteer launched Earth Stories, and it has grown beyond anything they have ever imagined. We now have a global panel of senior judges whose time and expertise we are very grateful for. And of course, we have our exceptional young filmmakers, numbering in the thousands across the world. Tonight is above all a celebration of you. So much has gone into the ceremony. I couldn't possibly talk it all, plus you'd all be bored. So a few of our team have dedicated time to capture a glimpse of the preparation of this year's festival. Please enjoy.
Het bos staat in brand. Een verhaal over een niet zo verre toekomst.
When we cut ourselves off from any aspect of nature, other people, we create a wound.
For it is our hands which cleave the sky in two, and tear apart the earth, and grow power plants where flower plants wither beneath smoky skies.
Tiny bits of plastic, just you could spend all day literally grabbing this stuff.
Climate change is definitely taking a hold. We're seeing more severe, more extreme weather, more storms, more heavy rainfall.
We need a revolution in the way that we think about the planet.
Interbeing is more of an understanding that we are a relationship, that my very existence depends or draws from or includes your existence.
Everyone who's a part of whatever's happening here at Cottonwood really believes in advocacy, believes in sustainability, and believes in community support.
The rainforests have taught me, no matter how big you are, you still need the little things to help you.
As humans, we don't like change. And more than that, we don't like not being involved in change. Now, if we can all get involved in change and get involved and become stakeholders in that project, it's more likely to happen.
het weer of zo? Wordt het vegan? Stoppen vliegtuigen erin?
I'm Emily Stevenson and I'm one of the co-founders of Earth Stories, and I was director from 2024 to 2025. And one of my assistant directors from last year is this year's festival director, Catherine Chapman. Catherine, best of luck for tonight. You will be amazing, I know. To pull off an international film festival in the third year of university is no mean feat. It's an enormous amount of work and everything you've done has been fantastic. Thank you for all of your effort and time and dedication in helping to propel Earth Stories further forward into the future.
So my name is Catherine Chapman and I am the festival director.
My name is James McAteer and I am the co-founder and academic lead for Earth Stories Film Festival.
Hi, I'm Anushka and I'm the assistant director at Earth Stories Film Festival.
So this is my third year as a part of the festival, and first year I was just in the wider team helping with the judging of the films and, you know, conversations in the leading up to the event. Second year I was assistant director, and then this year I'm the director.
When I first started, it was me and I found 3 students who were really interested in being involved. Charlie Beale, Emily Stevenson and Alia Gardner. And they helped me to put the wording together, put the text, put the things together for Film Freeway, find a venue. But I was the driving force. Now I don't feel as if I'm the driving force anymore. I'm the driving force outside of the festival, but the actual festival is almost entirely run by the students.
One of the things I enjoy most about this festival is how everyone works together as a team. Everyone is included, their voices and opinions are heard, and no decision is made without considering every single person within the team.
Yeah. So in terms of coming on, I would say an international film festival is really important in the current climate, because conversations about the environment and climate change all come from a very doom and gloom kind of news feed. You know, negative news sells, so that is what you're constantly fed. But also this element of it's not taken very seriously by, you know, politicians, you know, the wider kind of nations. So it feels so big, and yet a festival like Earth Stories narrows it down and allows young people to share their voice and their commentary.
It's an important platform for them to talk about the things that are happening in their lives, or the things that are happening in their heads, in their understanding and their conception or perception of what's going on. And I think it is a really important arena for them to express those concerns.
Would also like to see us hosting more screenings, more events, more workshops. This is something that we've seen to be possible starting this year due to our new hosting venue at the Wade Conference Center. Starting this year, we're offering an additional screening room, which is slightly more relaxed and accessible. And I think it's a really great way to expand into the festival.
I think these first few years have been so good for establishing the festival, the core kind of aims of what they're trying to do. And then in future years, even now, like we're constantly expanding, adding new categories, trying to make it even more inclusive. So I think in the next 5 to 10 years, there'll be definitely a few more categories, film categories. The festival, I feel, will grow and spread. It's already live streamed, the event, so I can imagine it will just become more and more global with the more connections that the festival makes.
5 to 10 years' time, Earth Stories will be, as it is, the #1 environmental film festival. And I think we'll have a lot more categories, we'll have a lot more student engagement, and we'll have a lot more influence in the viewers and the audiences that we have.
I think there's a few things I enjoy most about being part of the festival, mainly the community aspect, meeting people from different courses, different age groups. You really get a different perspective of people's creative direction, but also the relevance to climate change and sustainability. It's so prominent in our lives, and yet also it's in the background, so it kind of brings everything to a forefront.
We had a film last year, which was one of my favorite films, called Tanye. It was an animation short film that was about a young elephant who was caught between a human and animal conflict. And I feel like it really was a moving film. It had a really strong call to action, and it really conveyed its message about how human and animal conflicts, such as poaching, really affects the world and humans and its surroundings.
These are stories that we don't get told. We don't hear from the real people. We hear from government that perhaps the water levels are going to rise if a big polar ice cap melts. But we're actually getting on the ground, real people talking about real issues. And I think that's the most important thing of this festival.
Well done to the documentary team for capturing the energy, creativity, and sheer hard work that has brought all of us to this moment. At a time when the need for environmental action has never been clearer, film has become one of our most powerful tools for change. The stories we see tonight remind us that climate crisis knows no borders and that urgency must be shared by us all. Since its launch, this festival has received over 6,000 films from young people across the world. That's 6,000 acts of creativity, courage, and hope. It is a privilege to be here celebrating the power of environmental storytelling and the determination of a generation working toward a more sustainable future. To every filmmaker on the long list and short list, congratulations. To have your work recognized at this stage in your life is a remarkable achievement. And now, to begin the awards, I am delighted to invite Professor Donna Lee, Executive Dean of Business, Law, Humanities, and Social Sciences, to present our first award.
Thank you, Anushka. It's a real honor to be participating in this fantastic festival and to be presenting the winner of the experimental category, which is where film dares to break the rules. These are works that play with form, blur boundaries, and challenge the way we see the world. The genre does not conform to a rigid structure or just tell stories, it feels them. Through bold visuals and unconventional storytelling, experimental film can shake us out of familiar ways of thinking about ecological issues. This was the most popular category. this year with 279 submissions. These filmmakers trust their instincts with no map to follow, proving that the most radical thing a film can do is to refuse to explain itself and simply be. The shortlisted films are Wishful Water, praised for its powerful journey and beautiful cinematography. The film builds slowly before leaving audiences reflecting on the value of every life and the responsibility to protect nature for future generations. Judges highlighted its emotional storytelling and hopeful generational message that stayed with them long after watching. Back again. The other shortlisted film nominated is Harmonies. Judges described the film as a poetic and visually rich experimental work, blending animation, texture, and imagery to reflect on human greed and our relationship with nature. Critics noted its striking visuals and contemplative tone, creating a film that invites audiences to pause and reflect.
What a peculiar creature. The sun calls them.
Okay, here we go. And the winner is Wishful Water. Congratulations.
നമുക്ക് ദാസേട്ടന്റെ കിണറ്റി കൊണ്ടുവിട്ടാലോ? അറിയണ്ട.
എന്നാ നമുക്ക് നാളെ പോയോക്കാം. ഇപ്പൊ ഉറങ്ങാൻ നോക്ക്. എല്ലാരും ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. നടക്ക് നടക്ക്. ഇത് കാലത്താണോ മഴ പെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്? അരക്കുടം വെള്ളം ഇറ്റിക്കൊണ്ടെന്നു അങ്ങനെ ഇരുന്നോളൂ. എത്ര കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടിട്ട് അരക്കുടം വെള്ളം ഇറ്റിക്കൊണ്ടെന്ന്. ഈ വെള്ളമില്ലാത്തോട്ട് അവരുടെ വെള്ളത്തിൽ കളി ഒന്നങ്ങോട്ട് തന്നാണ്ടല്ലോ. ഈ ചക്കന്മാരുടെ ഒരു കാര്യം അതിന് അച്ഛൻ കൂട്ടും. 2 കുടം വെള്ളം വേണം ചക്കന്മാരെ കുളിപ്പിക്കാൻ. ഏറ്റി എന്റെ നടു ഒടിഞ്ഞു. ഈ വെള്ളമില്ലാത്തോട്ട് തേണ്ടി ഇപ്പൊ തന്നെ അതങ്ങോട്ട് ഒഴിവാക്കിക്കോട്ടാ. ഞാൻ വേണമല്ലോ ഒക്കെ ചെയ്യാം. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇവിടെ അങ്ങനെ ഇരുന്നാ മതിയല്ലോ, ഒന്നും അറിയാണ്ടേ.
അതവര് നാളെ ഒഴിവായിക്കോളും.
നിങ്ങളിങ്ങനെ ചിരിച്ചാ മതി, ഒന്നും കാണണ്ട.
എന്താ പുറത്തേക്ക് വേണം? ഇതാണ് കിണറ്, ഇതില് കച്ചറയാണല്ലോ. എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? നല്ല കുഴിയല്ലേ, അവിടെ പോയാലോ? വാടാ വാ. പറഞ്ഞുതരാം. നാടാ പരിസ്ഥിതി നന്നാക്കേണ്ടത് നമ്മുടെയും കൂടി ആവശ്യം. നമ്മൾ വിചാരിച്ചാ ഇതൊക്കെ നന്നാക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ? വിചാരിച്ചാ നടക്കും, എനിക്കുറപ്പാ. നമ്മൾ വിചാരിച്ചാലും നടക്കൂടാ.
Thank you, Donna, and a huge congratulations to Sinup Raj and Subhash K. Now, I would like to introduce you to the talented Nick Degg, who is a Potteries poet, multi-slam winner, and the current Stoke-on-Trent Poet Laureate. Please welcome Nick Degg.
Good evening, all. Nice to see so many friendly faces. Now, this is a light poem to start the proceedings, but with perhaps a heavier message. And when I mention honey, I'm not referring to the sticky bee stuff. I'm referring to the lovely Norfolk town of Hunstanton. So this poem is called Norfolk Fell Off a Cliff. During the great storms of 2037, Britain became a bit smaller. I think it was Storm Delia that finally did it. Norfolk largely became no more, bit by bit, brick by brick, village by village, and so on, until it was all but gone. The high ground of Norwich remained as an island, only approachable by boat. Honey went, Cromer went, Wells, well, all was not well. Caister succumbed, Yarmouth wasn't great anymore, and the land, well, that became sand. Maps had to be republished, and that easterly sticky out bit was now covered in sea, with just the island of Norwich standing proud. Bishop Bridge Road and Riverside Road became the promenade, and Earlham is now the ferry port back to the mainland. My great-grandkids go to the seaside now in Kings Lynn, Swaffham and Thetford, and they love it. Oh, Grandy, throw me that beach ball. Grandy, can we have a 99 with sprinkles? Can we have some pink candy floss? Oh, Grandy, please, please. I tried to tell them about old Norfolk, but they're not bothered, like my mum and dad weren't bothered. And we weren't really bothered enough until it was too late. Norfolk fell off a cliff, and it's not funny, because I used to really love honey. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Nick. I would now like to hand over to Kevin Shakeshift, Vice-Chancellor of Keele University, who will announce our winners for the animation category.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here tonight. So the growth of this festival tells us something vital, that the younger generation is not just aware of the climate crisis, but they are ready, willing, and incredibly talented at telling stories about it. Tonight, I've been asked to present the award for the animation category. Animation holds a special kind of power that allows us to take the abstract, the invisible, or the overwhelming, and give it shape, color, and movement. But beyond its visual magic, animation is a bridge. It is a medium that talks to audiences in a way that words sometimes can't. This category celebrates films that explore the environment, sustainability, and our relationship with nature through the magic of moving image. Creating animation demands patience, imagination, and extraordinary attention to detail. So credit to everyone who submitted an animated film this year. You are inspiring us all to collectively strive for a better world. So without further ado, the two shortlisted films are, well, the first is The Final Stare. Described as captivating and heartbreaking, this film stood out for its sophisticated animation, powerful sound design, and emotional storytelling. Critics noted the film's focus on gender and climate change, as well as its stunning final moment that perfectly captures the film's overall theme. And Monkey See, praised for its distinctive animation style and use of color. The film uses suspense and space to build a thoughtful narrative. Judges highlighted its reflective call to action, encouraging audiences to question the limits of human progress and think more deeply about our relationship with animals. Excellent. This is a career for the first, actually, opening one of these, so it's very good. And the winner is Monkey See.
Said to me, we're lost in sleep among the leaves. We didn't make a sound. I'm holding on to you, and you're not there to hold me too. We lost our grip, we're incomplete now. And I don't know how to breathe. I'm falling down beneath the weight, screaming out.
A very moving film. Thank you, Kevin, and many congratulations to Carmel Bethany Gorfine. I would now like to welcome Kirsten Horrott, an aspiring actor for our young filmmaker category.
The Young Filmmaker category is for creators aged 16 and under. It's a space to experiment, to be brave, and to discover the joy of storytelling through film. As a 17-year-old myself and an aspiring actress, organisations like these are vital for creative hope and opportunity. Thank you to James McAteer for having me tonight, and hello to my uncle Fraser and my uncle Dan in Spain who's watching. As many of you in here will know how daunting filmmaking can be, picking up a camera for the first time, learning to edit, and finding the courage to share your voice. But to submit a film to an international festival at such a young age is already such an amazing achievement. Thank you for letting me be here tonight, and thank you for making the films that make me and others our age feel less alone. As a society, we should strive for the arts to continue, to be highlighted for the opportunity it gives for expression and creativity. The core aims and intentions of Earth Stories is to encourage young people to be proactive by giving them a platform to share their work. So, as a special recognition of this category, we want to share both shortlisted films. So please join me in watching Ashankara from Waste to Hope, which brings attention to important environmental issues through a powerful Western perspective. The film combines strong visuals, atmospheric sounds, and hopeful narrative about communities creating change. Judges noted how much information and emotion the filmmakers managed to convey in such a short film.
Dari hasil yang ada, para pembudidaya kerang hijau itu hasil yang sangat menjanjikan. Tapi tidak menjanjikan juga dengan banyaknya limbah yang di daratnya, karena yang diambil kan dagingnya doang. Karena cangkang yang berserakan di lingkungan kita ini, pertama efeknya satu, bau menyengat, terus ada binatang-binatang yang lain, terus kadang menimbulkan penyakit gatal gitu kan, ya walaupun kerang hijaunya enak. Akhirnya saya ngerubah cangkang itu menjadi pasir. Tujuannya untuk bisa daya saing dari pasir ini, pasir cangkang limbah kerang hijau. Tapi bisa bersaing untuk produk beton waktu itu.
The second shortlisted film is Piece of Cake. Celebrated for its clever retro style and dark humour, this film blends comedy with statistics to explore the environmental cost of AI. Critics highlighted its creative storytelling and memorable message about not blindly trusting technology.
No, I'm not using the synthesizer. I'm gonna make the cake myself. Yes, I know no one does like that anymore. But I'm at my nan's house. I mean, she's got her own kitchen. She's got her own cookbook. I'd like to give it a go. I mean, look, like, you should see what she's got here. Yes, I know it's gonna be tricky, but she's gonna love it. And plus, I've got Aurora here anyway. All right, take care. Aurora,
Yes, Abel.
I need help.
Okay, what with?
I want to make this cake. Can you give me a hand?
Wow, baking a cake from scratch. Abel, that's so retro. I'd love to help. This is a very old recipe, and I've identified some ingredients that are no longer available, so I've made substitutions. I've ordered the ingredients, and your order is out for delivery.
Wow, that was quick.
Okay, your oven has been preheated. Now, let's add the sugar. Don't worry, I've taken your sugar tax from your linked savings account. Next, the eggs. For the best results, I've ordered you a range of eggs from EggCorp. At EggCorp, each egg is precision engineered to produce unparalleled flavour signatures. Now mix thoroughly with a whisk until you reach a lump-free consistency. The recipe requires cocoa powder. While I couldn't get cocoa powder, I managed to source charcoal. Would you like to know why I made this substitution?
Oh yeah, why's that?
Cocoa powder is no longer available due to climate change. I've substituted this for charcoal as an alternative biological tree-based derivative with similar colour and texture.
Oh, okay.
Now add flour. Unfortunately, this also had to be substituted. Would you like to know why?
Yeah, why's that?
Due to the unpredictable weather events caused by climate change, rainfall has significantly increased, destroying 80% of intensely farmed wheat production. I've substituted it for an alternative calcium sulfite dehydrate with a similar cellulose cell structure. Drywall powder.
Okay.
Now that your batter is complete, let's bake it. Put it in the oven for 30 minutes and let the magic happen. Congratulations, the cake is complete. Well done, Abel.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Here you go, Grandma.
Thank you, Abel. That's so nice. I'm glad you used my old cookbook instead of using AI. She once told me to bake cookies with a drywall powder. Just imagine.
Ash and Cara from Waste to Hope.
Thank you, Kirsten. This was an extremely difficult category to choose the winner from, but congratulations to Jeff Kusnander. What an incredible accomplishment. We can't wait to see where your filmmaking journey takes you next. Now, I would like to introduce our second poetry reading of the night, Gary Longden, who is the organizer of Staffordshire's longest running open mic and featured poet event. Please welcome Gary Longden.
Good evening. Thank you for inviting me. What if, amongst billions of galaxies and millions of solar systems, there is just us? Until the last drop of water evaporates, until the last leaf withers, until the last breaching blue whale and galloping gazelle are no more. Flower seeds drift across barren plains, unable to blossom, illuminated by a rising apricot sun, measured only by a waxing and waning moon, rendered irrelevant by our own indifference. Protect what we have been gifted at any price, and close your eyes with holy dread, for we on honeydew have fed and drunk the milk of paradise. Thank you. I'd now like to welcome to the podium Dr. Abby Pearson.
Hello, everybody. First of all, I'd like to start off by thanking James Mattia and the rest of the Earth Story team for inviting me to be part of the festival tonight. I teach law at Keele, so you might think it's a bit strange for me to be here. But through my work in law, I'm currently looking at the relationship between disability and climate change. And we know from doing that people with disabilities are and will be disproportionately affected by the impacts of climate change, but also because of the nature of their disabilities and impairments, they also often require to use more irreplaceable resources. And that is a tension that they feel. And so James and I, along with my colleague and friend, Dr. Miru Griffiths, who is a director of the Centre of Disability Studies at the University of Leeds, have been working together to create a disability and impairment stream for next year's submissions. And our view of disability in that is from the social model of disability, that it is our environment that disables us and creates the exclusion that we experience. So in this stream, we are inviting incredible filmmakers to come and tell their stories. And it is based on the motto of nothing about us without us. Because if we are going to be affected by this climate change, then our voices need to be heard in the conversations. And so therefore, we are opening up a new stream that enables people to submit films that are substantially produced by, with, and featuring artists with lived experience of disability and impairment. Now, in order to make sure that it is sufficiently inclusive of the people that we want to reach, we are also raising the eligibility age limit to 35 for those who have had to take significant career breaks as a result of their disability. But this is a really exciting development and just goes to show how much impact Earth Stories does have and will continue to have in the future. So thank you all so much. And we really look forward to seeing what you're going to do with this new stream, and also those who are not with us in the room tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, and that's a really exciting new category. We're going to pause now for a break, about 15 minutes, go get a drink, mull around. We have the Keele a cappella group who are going to be performing in the foyer, so enjoy that. And then after the break, we're going to have our last 4 categories. Also, you might have spotted, they're nice and subtle, the QR codes everywhere. They are to our link tree, and there is the e-magazine on there, which has been beautifully designed by our designers, Charlotte Knott and Holly Martella. They have put an immense amount of work into that, and it outlines all of the members of our team and the poems. There's a lot in there, so do have a look at that. And yeah, enjoy the break. Right. Are we ready? Okay, welcome back everyone. So to get straight back into it for our fiction category, please join me in welcoming Professor Siobhan Talbot, Head of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Thanks, Catherine. When we think about environmental storytelling, it's tempting to reach first for the facts, data and graphs, the hard evidence. And although these things are essential in telling us what is happening, fiction tells us how it feels. Fiction films allow us to imagine different worlds, and in doing so, to rethink our own. Because, let's be honest, the scale of environmental challenges can be paralysing. But through character, dialogue, and story, these films ask us to feel the human side of environmental change. Some of the most powerful stories aren't about nature, at least not directly. They're about family, love, and identity. They remind us that the environment isn't something distant, but it's where we live, the air our children breathe, where we fell in love, or the street where we learnt to ride a bike. And tonight, we celebrate with the storytellers who are helping us imagine our way towards a better world. The two shortlisted films are Kalindi, an urban legend. Described as a poetic and memorable story rooted in Indian storytelling traditions, the film uses myth and memory to reflect on the relationship between people and the river. Critics highlighted its striking imagery and emotional narrative, which invites audiences to reflect deeply on environmental responsibility.
फिर से मिलेगा कौन कालिंदी
And Shelter, praised for its strong cinematography and emotionally immersive storytelling, the film places its narrative firmly within a sense of place and community. Judges noted how powerfully it conveys the emotions of people living alongside wildlife, creating a story that lingers and sparks discussion. And the winner of the fiction category is Kalindi, an urban legend.
हेलो कहाँ हो मैं इतनी देर से तुम्हारा इंतजार कर रहा हूँ यार और यहाँ कुछ करने को भी नहीं है। जी, नाव की सवारी मिलेगी?
क्या हुआ बेटा?
अरे कुछ नहीं अम्मा, ये लड़कियां पता नहीं कितना इंतजार करवाती हैं।
आजकल लोग कुछ देर इंतजार करने के बाद ही थक जाते हैं। और एक वो कालिंदी है जो इतने सालों के इंतजार के बाद भी हर रोज यहाँ उम्मीद लगाए आ जाती है कि उसे उसका खोया प्यार फिर से मिलेगा।
कौन कालिंदी?
थी एक चंचल मिजाज वाली प्रेम की धारा। एक समय पर इस सारे शहर की जान उसमें बसती थी। और फिर एक दिन उस शहर में एक राजा आया। कालिंदी के शीतल और निर्मल भाव से आकर्षित होकर उसने उसके किनारे अपना दिल रख दिया और उसके आंगन में अपना घर बसा लिया। उन दोनों का साथ मानो तो अधूरी कहानियों का मिल जाना था। कालिंदी ने राजा की दुनिया को इस तरह से सजाया कि अब वो उसके दिल महल के जर्रे जर्रे में बस गई। शहर के लोग कालिंदी को बेहद चाहते थे। और फिर राजा ने भी उसे खूब प्रतिष्ठा से संवारा। समय के साथ राजा निर्बल हो गया और फिर मानो उस शहर की सभी कहानियों को किसी की नजर लग गई। एक दिन एक नया राजा आया, अत्यंत लालची और क्रूर, जो कालिंदी को पाने के लिए हर हद को पार करने को तैयार था। इस नए राजा ने अपनी ताकत और छल के दम पर कालिंदी को पा तो लिया था, मगर उसके दिल में प्रेम न था, सिर्फ जिद और हैवानियत थी। नए राजा के लिए वो सिर्फ एक खिलौना थी। वो कालिंदी के साथ मनमानी कर बस उसका इस्तेमाल करता। ना जाने शहर के लोगों ने भी उसका साथ क्यों छोड़ दिया। कालिंदी में जिस शहर की जान बसती थी, एक दिन वही शहर उसे पीछे छोड़कर आगे बढ़ गया। कालिंदी की आंखों से धीरे धीरे वो चमक गायब होने लगी। उसका शरीर कमजोर हो गया और उसकी हंसी सिर्फ एक अधूरी याद बनकर रह गई। मगर फिर भी उसकी आंखों में इंतजार था कि कोई तो आए जो उसे उसकी खोई हुई हंसी लौटा दे, वो खोई हुई प्रतिष्ठा वापस कर दे और कालिंदी को फिर उसी प्रेम और सम्मान से सराहे। एक दिन शायद, मुझे उम्मीद है।
अरे उनके पैसे। जी पंडित जी, आपने उन्हें देखा? वो भी बस यहाँ पे नाव में यहीं पे।
कोई बात नहीं बेटा, ये लो। जय यमुना मैया।
Siobhan. Well done to Saloni Dhingra. Now I welcome our third poetry reading from our soon-to-be young poet laureate, Pearl Dutton. Please welcome Pearl Dutton.
Thank you for having me. This is my poem called Murder, and it's about how animals are treated. I cry, but no one listens. No one listens to my sort. I'm stupid, I'm unfeeling. I don't deserve to live. When they choose not to listen, of course, empathy falls short. Cruelty is easier when one's ignorant. It's easier to believe you're God. You're God, you're better, you can sentence me to death. Carve out my flesh with your rod. You weigh me on your dull grey scales, scowling as you look at my weight. Oats, oats, you feed me more oats, wallets getting thicker as I ate. And every day I'm reminded of fate, as my brothers and sisters are felled. They're taken away to the slaughterhouse, everyone ignoring how desperately they yelled. And they yell and scream as we know our fate. We know why our life will end. Our life's meaning is to satiate the masses, a greedy, unappreciated send. I don't care about my dread when they scale pings, a green light, confirming my execution, it's final, my crime being a tasty delight. I'm led out. The farmer smirks with greed. Now he can buy a new phone, only cost a wasted love and life. But why would I matter over his Range Rover's loan? The grey-bricked horror of the slaughterhouse, blood-red halos adorn the walls, halos of the fallen angels we consume without a thought. My body lays crimson, lifeless, ready to carve, my eyes dull, as much an object as I was in life, but now I can make people full. Thank you.
Well done, Pearl. Pearl is 14, by the way. So, I am now delighted to invite Emeritus Professor Ray Johnson to the stage to announce our documentary winners.
Good evening. Tonight I'm honoured to speak about documentary, a category that holds up a mirror to our world and refuses to look away. The documentary category celebrates the power of real stories, films that educate, challenge, and inspire us to confront the environmental issues of our time. Documentaries have a unique ability to amplify voices that are too often ignored. Not just characters played by actors, but real-life truths being honored to move hearts and ultimately spark action. As filmmakers, we believe in the power of truth-telling and that a camera pointed with integrity can be one of the greatest tools for change we have in order to explore different pockets of the world. Every film submitted this year has been a call to engage more deeply with our planet and with one another. However, a decision must be reached, and I'm very happy to share the two shortlisted films, which are Foundation, widely praised for its mature documentary storytelling and emotional impact. The film draws audiences in through strong editing, sound design, and striking imagery. The judges highlighted how its exploration of generational practice and food systems left a lasting impression and encouraged reflection on personal choices.
I grew up in Doon, Central Victoria, on a 1,000-acre cow farm. I would see the normal agricultural practices that Dad.
And all you need is less. Recognized for its energetic and engaging approach. The film uses interviews, visuals, and statistics to explore the social drivers behind fast fashion. Critics noted its youthful perspective and relatable storytelling techniques, which highlights a call to action with audiences.
From my experience, if you are authentic and creative and your designs are personal and they, really hit home with people, that's what's going to make them.
And the winner is Foundation. Just to that the film contains some brief, explicit images of animals that viewers may find disturbing if you would like to step out. Just a warning for you.
I know for a fact that cows are the most peaceful beings on the planet. As a child, I could only have wonder and absolute love for the cows who are just doing their thing around the place. For me, it was like, wow, they're great and I hope they're always here. And that was in stark contrast to the way in which they were treated by my father and the way in which he wanted me to see them. I grew up in Doon, Central Victoria, on a 1,000-acre cow farm. I would see the normal agricultural practices that Dad did, and I saw the surrounding farmers, what they did, and these are supposedly normal practices. And let's face it, I was traumatized, and I saw other kids. We'd sort of speak about it and then not speak about it, sort of thing, and then just accept it, whatever. But I think kids in farming life get traumatized by what's happening to the fellow animals around them. And, as kids do, they work it out and somehow rationalize it. And then before you know it, they're adults and a lot of them repeat what they're doing, even though they've been traumatized by what they've seen. Since that time as a child, I've always thought about working to protect the rights of cows, and that's why I started the Save a Cow Sanctuary. The Save a Cow Foundation is about rescuing cows from the slaughterhouse and also cows who are injured and sick, and it is about giving them a social life, a home life, the best life they can possibly have for the term of their natural lives. We have a beautiful 120-acre property on Queensland's Mary River, just outside Gympie. To the cows, this is their sanctuary. In human society, we put human interests first, which is wrong because we are only one of many species. To put a species who is imprisoned and getting ready to go to slaughter first is a blessing in and of itself. I really think it's difficult for other people to understand. Maybe if they could think about it like this, if their own son or daughter or mother or father was being imprisoned by someone and going to be killed, they would think it was amazing if someone could save them. But because it's a different species, I suppose people just don't have the same empathy. At the Save a Cow Foundation sanctuaries, we have cows who are as old as 30. In the meat industry, cows are murdered between a couple of days old and 2 years old, sent to the slaughterhouse. They're just babies and children. So I've saved a lot of bobby calves, and they're called bobby calves because they're worth a bob, as in they're not worth anything, because at the end of the day, in a dairy, the calves are killed because they can make more money from the milk that the mother produces and sell that milk to humans.
Cow's milk is meant for calves, the baby cows. It's not meant for us. Normally it's a day or two that they're allowed to hold on to their calves, and then calves get taken away from them. They grieve the calves, and then it all just happens again. And we've saved dairy cows at the end of their life, and they're just completely knackered. It's like a human who has 4 children, but each one of them gets taken away from them.
I feel like giving up every day what I'm doing because it's so emotionally draining. It's like I'm in prison. My prison is having to witness and do my best for those who I can save, and having to contest with and change and try and free as many as I can.
The way I view all animals has shifted over the time that I've known Anthony, really, and had the sanctuary, because I've learnt a lot of truth about farming animals, and I suppose I've learnt about being a vegan and how you can create without those normal things in our life. It makes you see how there are so many different choices out there that you can choose that are still just as delicious.
I mean, if something incredible does happen and things turn around financially, I would like to open up sanctuaries all around the world. That's the dream. The idea is to have a place where people can come and eat vegan food, stay for the night, a place where we can make kindness real by standing up for their rights. Hey, darling, how you going? Who is yours?
Thank you, Ray. A huge congratulations to Jack Hinds on this deserved recognition. A very moving and inspiring film indeed. For our final category, local filmmaker, I'm delighted to welcome back last year's winner, Athen Johnson.
Thank you. It's lovely to be back. We've spent this evening travelling all around the world through film. We've witnessed the climate crisis through eyes on every continent. But now we arrive at a category that brings us back to where we are. Our region is bursting with creativity through Staffordshire, Cheshire, and Shropshire. And filmmaking is one of the most exciting and bravest ways to express it. From writing to shooting, editing to sound design, it's a journey that demands passion and perseverance. This festival isn't just about bringing international films to our local area. This category gives local filmmakers a platform to showcase their talents to the rest of the world. Community coordinator Alia put it perfectly when she encouraged students who have never made a film before to just have a go. Because you don't need expensive equipment to tell a truthful story. A phone, an idea, and something to say about the world around you, that is enough. After careful consideration, I'm delighted to announce that the 2 shortlisted films are Honest Story, praised for its authentic storytelling and strong sense of local activism. The film highlights how communities can work together to create positive environmental change. Critics noted its balanced perspectives and hopeful messages that small groups of people really can make a difference.
These little salmon that we've got in the Oni, in the Clun, in the upper team, they're going to get down to the bottom of the Severn there, and they're going to head to the northeast Atlantic, so probably beyond Shetland out to the Faroe Islands.
And Beneath the Vortex, recognised for its educational approach to climate change and extreme weather, the film explores the growing impacts of environmental events in the UK. Reviewers highlighted the film's passion for the topic and the importance of developing the storytelling and technical craft.
We need to mitigate against climate change and also adapt and change and prepare ourselves for those more extreme weather events.
I'm happy to announce the winner for the 2026 Local Filmmaker Award is The Oni Story.
This is a story about the River Oni and how a group of local people came together to help save it from potential harm. I've grown up alongside this river and I've always loved swimming in it with my family and friends. I've seen these signs about saying stop the pipe and I wanted to find out more.
I've known the stream since I was about 5, and before that my father and my uncle fished it, and before then my grandfather fished it. It's a real nursery here for Atlantic salmon.
Lots of people come down here. You can probably see just upstream there's a little beach area, so the kids come and paddle in here. Dogs certainly like to swim in it, but it's a very rich river for wildlife as well. We've got breeding otters here, we've got a native crayfish, we've got a really healthy population of grayling in the river, and we've also got salmon. It's a salmon river, so they spawn further upstream, so we see migrating salmon here in the winter.
The Oni is just a good, ordinary, quality stream. The only thing that's special about it is that it's ordinary, if you know what I mean. It's what a stream should be.
The river runs for about 25 miles, starting near White Grit on the Welsh border and joining the River Teme in Bromfield. The River Clun runs for 28 miles from a place called Anchor and flows into the Teme and Llyn Mwdalen.
The River Clun was made a special area of conservation back in around 2004, and that was because of the freshwater pearl mussel that lives in the river. In 2014, the Environment Agency, Natural England, produced a nutrient management plan, which was looking at ways they could improve the river, one of which included the pipelines from Bishopscastle Sewage Treatment Works and Bucknell Sewage Treatment Works into the Oni and the Teme, respectively. They kind of were discounted for a while, but then in about 21, 22, and Natural England, Severn Trent, the Environment Agency and Shropshire Council formed the Strategic Clun Liaison Group, and they resurrected the idea of certainly the pipeline from Bishopscastle to the Oni, and that's what we're fighting against.
So what Severn Trent are proposing is a tiny bit of improvement that's going to go nowhere near to making it acceptable for the pearl mussels. But what it does do, what they are doing, by taking the effluent from Bishopscastle and putting it in the Oni, it's opening up house building in Bishopscastle, which has been restricted because of the protections of the pearl mussels. And one of the concerns we have is that if you look at the River Kemp, which is where the current effluent from the Bishopscastle sewage works flows into, you won't find any salmon in that.
People think that effluent is sewage, and it isn't. It is clean water, because people don't understand the processes that sewage goes through. There are 3 to 4 processes in the sewage treatment process, where we separate solids, we clean the water, etc. But most people think that it is raw sewage, and that is not the case.
I'd find downstream of a sewage treatment works, you'd just get this one organism called a chironomid. You used to get thousands of them, but very little else. Whereas here, we're getting invertebrates that are indicative of a healthy river.
Just on this very stretch, we do some fish monitoring during the summer. And the fish that are that big, the little 1-inch ones, 90% are young salmon that have come up the river and spawned.
These little salmon that we've got in the Onny, in the Clun, in the upper team, they're going to get down to the bottom of the Severn there, and they are going to head to the northeast Atlantic. So probably beyond Shetland out to the Faroe Islands, spend a bit of time there feeding. They're going to head over to Greenland, and then they're going to come back to the River Severn, back to the team, and try and find the area that they'll probably generally spawn in. It's good to see a steady run of salmon smolts coming down the upper team here. So they're there, and we've managed to tag them.
If Bishop's Castle needs 40 houses and that's all, why not build a nice big wetland downstream of the sewage works to improve the condition of the sewage as it goes into the river? By doing that, you could have such an improvement to what goes into the river at Bishop's Castle that you could have a big improvement there, but still allow another 40, 50 houses. So you get a big net improvement, but a small increase in pollution from those houses. 8 million quid should go into improving what's coming out of the sewage works, not just dumping it somewhere else.
Severn Trent announced their pipeline proposal in December 2024. The Onny Preservation Group was formed and launched an online petition to stop the pipeline, which had reached 8,000 signatures within a month. A public meeting was held that had over 200 people attending who were against the proposal, and on the 10th of May, Severn Trent published a press release stating that the pipeline proposal had been scrapped because it was not possible to guarantee that there would be no impact on the Onny.
We have to look after the natural environment because rivers are, literally, they capture, store and move our water. In the last 5 years, we have worked with lots of different organisations and we have given them grants to enhance and improve different habitats. So that's all about delivering additional biodiversity benefits, because we know that when we look after nature, we tend to look after the water as well.
This just shows that big corporations can work with small environmentalists and locals to create a better world for the natural environment.
Thank you, Ethan, and congratulations to Finlay Middleton. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lisa Blower, and I'm Reader in Creative Writing at Keele University. I'm thrilled to be here tonight. It's been absolutely brilliant, hasn't it? Some powerful, powerful films. We've already heard of the new disability and impairment category for next year. And I'm absolutely thrilled to announce that there is another opportunity for submitters, the poetry and spoken word category. Poetry is the oldest technology we have for making sense of the planet. This form is how our ancestors celebrated the changing seasons and honoured the animals they depended upon. The climate crisis is not just a scientific problem or a political issue. It's a language barrier. Poetry is yet another creative form which has the ability for us to heighten our communication, pairing voice and vision. We hope to see poets' words come alive through cinematography. This category should encourage poets who have never considered how film could bring a new angle to their writing. Spoken words allow an audience to hear the rhythm of a filmmaker's beliefs. This initiative shall provide a new stage to welcome even more voices to this brilliant festival. And speaking of new and poetic voices, I'm absolutely delighted to introduce you to our final poet of this evening, Scarlett Ward. She's not only an amazing poet, she's also Staffordshire Poet Laureate. And if that's not enough, she's also a publisher, an editor, and a graphic designer for Fawn Press, which she set up not long after she left Keele University. Please join me in welcoming Scarlett Ward.
Thank you so much. It's a real honour to be here, and how beautiful that poetry has earned its place at the table amongst such fine artists. Millennial. The pupil in the eye of a blackbird contracts at the sun with camera lens precision. We are only interested in painting the unnatural. Our living rooms are cathedrals to electronic compartmentals. Somewhere above our heads, an astronaut takes a picture of the Earth and reduces it to code. Imagine everything you ever remember seeing, either a 1 or a 0. Pixels jostle their square shoulders, collarbones bumping into one another in their rush to rearrange themselves on a computer screen. Even these steal from fruit. Wires sprout from a core thrown from a car window. We fumble around, collecting rocks to remind ourselves what gravity is, throw them into the air, and then replicate the fall with our bodies. Imagine what might germinate between our shoulder blades. Blacksmiths spend their entire lives hammering steel into crescent moons, formulating in the flames equations that hooves have known since that first step. In nomine patri, we pray in polyphonic now. It is no accident that our faces always face downwards in devotion. Amen, Lord, amen. We are the generation that flirts with faith, but then loses sight of it altogether. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Scarlett. That was really, truly brilliant. So for those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Millie. I've done a bit of the communication side for this year's festival. And at our very first Earth Stories Film Festival, the audience was able to choose a winner. And we love the idea so much that we've brought it back again for this year. Tonight, I'm here to begin the voting for the Audience Award. We're handing it over to you. Tonight, you get to decide which film moved you the most. The one that challenged you, inspired you, or might just simply stick with you. On the screen behind me are our 6 winners. One of them will leave tonight with an extra recognition chosen entirely by you. So please scan the QR code, select one film, and make your voice heard. We'll be back shortly with the results. Thank you.
I thought you'd have got a sort of round of applause there, Millie.
You okay for time? You okay for time?
Okay. No change? Okay. Okay. So it was very, very close between Monkey See and Foundation, and the winner of the Audience Award is Monkey See. Literally by 1 point. 2 points, 2 points. Okay, so I'm afraid we have come to the end of the festival. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone in the room and to those watching around the world. We are live streaming on YouTube, which is really cool. So there's people from all places. Earth Stories is more than a festival. It's a community of filmmakers, students, audiences, activists, and united by the belief that storytelling can spark change. And tonight we have definitely seen proof of that power. Films that challenge us, move us, and remind us what's worth protecting. Now, you might be wondering where you can watch all of the rest of the films that we didn't get to watch tonight. And that is on our YouTube channel. We are putting them up. They should be live straight after the festival. So please go and enjoy the runners-up, and there are even more special mentions on there. So I think a round of applause for all of the amazing filmmakers. I hope that this evening has inspired each of you. I know I feel inspired, even though I get very immune to the amazing films. And I just want to say that I am more than confident in our next year's director, Anushka, who has been my right-hand lady throughout this whole year. So she's going to lead next year to a great success. And finally, a special thank you to James McAteer. James really does. He strives for his student success. He pushes us to reach for things that we might not be brave enough to do. He's honest, dedicated, and he'll never fail to tell you the most random anecdote of his life, teach you a new word, a new phrase, a random fact. So we are very grateful to James for your support. And quickly, no dismissal should come to the tech team who have done an absolutely incredible job tonight. Matt, John, Dan, Russell, Sam, Ben, Joe, they're all in the little bit down there. Yeah, everyone's done an amazing job, and I think James is waiting to...
Just about to give you this small...
Oh my God, that is amazing! Oh my God!
Pictures.
Oh my God, that really is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to say anything?
No, I think you speak for everybody. It's for the students. So
Yeah. Thanks. This is massive. I want to. It's really heavy. I want to say thank you to all of my amazing speakers and poets. You guys, they had no practice. So this was all on the night, and it was amazing. You're all amazing. So thank you, and thank you everyone. Have a good night. Sorry, one more thing. On the Linktree, we also have a feedback tab. Please, can you feedback to us? Thank you.